Veteran Salute is sponsored by the Devon James Injury Lawyers.
Well, the Vietnam War plot of the movie Forrest Gump is based loosely on real-life Congressional Medal of Honor winner Sammy Lee Davis, who saved the lives of 3 injured men.
One of those men is a Kansas man. KSN's Hannah Adamson and photojournalist Nick Kiefer introduce us to the real Lieutenant Dan in this week's Veteran Salute.
In 1967, Ulysses native Jim Deister served with the 9th Infantry Division as a demolition specialist, his squad deep in Vietnam's upper Mekong Delta near Saigon. On his 22nd birthday, Deister would take part in what was to be his final mission, where he would receive a near-fatal injury.
They told us we were expected to be hit, so that night I was dozing and I heard a mortar slide down the tube. And that's a sound that you never forget.
Seconds later, a ground assault began. An estimated 2,000 enemy soldiers surrounding veteran Jim Deister and his squad.
I was away from the guys I was familiar with. And so as soon as the assault began, I started trying to get back to them. And I thought somebody hit me with a 2x4.
Deister had been shot in the chest.
It knocked me down, stunned me, of course. And I laid there on the trail, and the Viet Cong were running by, and I was looking up. They had AK-47s.
Incredibly, during a break in the fighting, Deister got to his feet and continued towards his men, when suddenly everything went black.
And then the next thing I remember was a nurse shining a light in my face. And she wrote me a note. She said, "Do you know where you're at?" I said, "Well, last night I was in Vietnam." She said, "That was 3 weeks ago, and you're in Japan now."
Deister had been shot point blank in the head.
We always talked about getting the $1 million wound and being able to go home, but nobody ever really thought that it was happening to them.
Deister had no idea how he had been rescued or even who had rescued him. But on a fateful day, more than 20 years later, Deister happened to pick up a book about Vietnam Medal of Honor recipients and started reading.
And the first thing that caught my eye was the date, November the 18th, 1967. I thought, oh, the place. I was there. Let's see what this guy has to say.
Deister learned about the heroic deeds of Sergeant Sammy Lee Davis. Despite suffering excruciating injuries, including a broken back, Davis single-handedly took on the enemy after most of his unit was killed. In the chaos, Davis noticed an American soldier calling for help across a nearby canal. Davis jumping into action.
He couldn't swim, so he grabbed an air mattress. He held it shut, and he came across the canal.
It was then Deister read Davis would find 3 wounded men across that canal.
And one was shot in the head. And I thought, oh, well, my heart flew clear up here. You suppose this could be?
After reading about Davis, Deister shared his incredible story with an acquaintance.
I showed him that book. I said, you know, I was at this place. And so he said, I know this guy. He's a friend of mine. Let's call him.
That initial phone call giving Deister and Davis hope.
He asked me a few more questions, and he said, it could be, I want to meet with you.
Deister and Davis meeting at the Nebraska Vietnam Veterans Reunion.
And he looked around the room, and he came right up to me. He said, I'd seen you before. I knew who you were.
The tearful reunion bringing closure to both men. As it turns out, Davis mistakenly believed Deister had died all those years ago.
He said, when I found you, said, I had to push a little bit of your brains back in. He says, I thought you were dead, but I didn't want to leave your body.
Davis collapsed shortly after bringing Deister to safety, never knowing the man he saved had cheated death. The man with a $1 million wound living to tell the tale, unraveling the mystery behind his miraculous rescue.
If Sam's the real Forrest Gump, then I'm the real Lieutenant Dan.
Deister and Davis would go on to speak together at a number of events for veterans. As a result of his injury, Deister lost his hearing. After Vietnam, he would go on to become a rehabilitation counselor for the deaf and hard of hearing. Here for you, Hannah Adamson, KSN News 3.
On behalf of Devon James Injury Lawyers, we're honored to recognize this week's veteran, Vietnam veteran Jim Deister, who served our country during those years. Jim, thank you so much for your service.
First of all, I want to thank you for promoting veterans, because we Vietnam veterans did not get a real good welcome home.
Veteran Salute is sponsored by the Devon James Injury Lawyers.